which then allows you to use everything else.
Brand new housing development, 34 townhouses in a small community. We don't have a website yet, we don't have any marketing set up yet. Where do we go with what you have?
You want to go after a bunch of strangers.
Mostly. Because there are people coming in, the locals are not buying these units.
Are you going to door knock?
No.
Okay, why?
Because the people in Port Dover
Yeah.
are not buying these properties.
Okay.
We're bringing in people from Hamilton and Burlington
So
and
it's
Toronto.
social media then?
So social media. I have.
So it's a new development.
Yes.
You want to get the word out there to people that are coming into Dover to
Yes.
buy,
Yes.
right? I go to Dover for one day.
The Friday?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But you want to bring people in. So who are the people you're bringing in? Where are they? They're in Hamilton or wherever else?
Yes.
Do you have their names and addresses?
I would say at this point, no,
Okay.
we don't. Now, we're looking at setting up a full theater sponsorship with Lighthouse Theater Festival, because those
Can we do
those
this
are
on
the
a phone
people.
call,
Yes.
please?
Yeah.
I want
Yes.
to do this with you, but I want to draw this out.
Okay,
I want to bring some light.
Okay,
on
that's
this,
why I'm
right?
asking you the
Because
question.
to me, you're gonna do. Let's just do that farming thing for a moment. Let's just say we fly our neighborhood, right? No, I'm not gonna door knock. Don't do it. Yes, I'm gonna door knock. Wonderful. Are you gonna put up your sandwich boards telling people you got open houses? Yes. Are you gonna put up signs that say you got a listing? Yes. Are you gonna have the bus bench? Maybe if you can afford it. Yes. At the street corner. Now, I see my mailbox. I see at my door. I see the street corner.
Mhm.
I see you everywhere. And then we go, how much money do you have? Let's go social media and online advertising and introduce a little bit of that. But we're talking to strangers and it is freaking expensive.
Mhm.
Back to strategy.
The other piece of that is I, through social media, have close to 5,000 followers.
That's very cool. Again,
So
I
I
want
can-
to
I wanna
explore
build that- I
that
wanna
with you
build that in.
deeper. I want to explore that with you deeper.
Well, it doesn't mean anything if it doesn't
Let's
produce.
exchange info after this. Let's do
Yeah.
this. I mean, to do it right here, I can't.
No, no,
do
I
it.
understand, yeah.
But I'd love to get into that with you.
Okay, because I'm going to a meeting this afternoon with them about marketing,
Cool.
so.
Why wouldn't you bring in Lee and Laura, who are Burlington and Hamilton markets? Not to
And
sell
so
our
you've
list,
connected
but
with the
to,
people that are.
Oh,
and
no,
they
this
were
is
gonna-
like, that's the whole point of this group.
Yeah.
This
Okay,
group
so
will be
let's
part
talk
of
more
that.
about that
Yeah,
afterwards, because
yeah,
I
cool.
get where you're going with
Yeah,
this.
yes.
I have a question about your CRM.
Yeah.
Right now, I've got one, and I have lots of websites, or landing pages,
Yeah.
sorry, set up in the background of that. Is that something that yours can do as well?
Ours
or-
has one website, which is a complete site rather than multiple landing pages. So could you set up that site to be a place that people go to? If you've got it set up where you go, this neighborhood has this page, that neighborhood has that page, etc., we don't do it that way. We set up a website for you.
Right, but let's say, for instance, mine is set up so that when I do have my info box flyers, they can pull it out and it'll go to that page saying, hey, do you want stuff?
Right, and again, you've set up multiple landing pages.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So
we're doing a
yours
main
can't do
website.
landing pages,
It's-
just the website.
A landing page is one page on a site, is
Yeah.
really what
Right.
it is. So
Yeah.
you drive people to a specific
That's what I'm asking,
page.
so that it does
Yeah.
have the capability of,
We do it as a main website.
right,
Right, it's one big website, so you'd be driving people to that site, and then you could have information about whatever it is on that site.
oh,
Right, but it
okay.
wouldn't be like
I
this
can't
page
send
is
them
for
to that page
Right.
on that
Not
site.
multiple
Right.
pages. in
Got
the
it.
site.
Well, you can still send them to a specific page, but it's not different.
Like I have specific URLs set
Right.
up, so I've got like
That's-
30
right,
URLs for all the
But you can
neighborhoods
point
that
the
I do.
URLs to a specific page in any website.
There's the other thing too.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Again, you can point them.
But I've created it on that
Yeah,
site.
just- you would just create a web page
Just direct them to that.
within
I-
that website.
that's what I'm asking, whether or not I can do
directly
that.
to the page.
Yeah,
Guys, I just to be respectful of your time,
Yep.
I am open, seriously, to that one-to-one conversation with each and every single one of you. Again, no sales pitch, this is what I get high on, is working with you guys just to help you guys. Like, that's just where, and sometimes it's foolish, my wife looks at me sometimes and goes like, why do you spend so much time with it? I'm almost
No,
done.
I want to ask some pointed questions.
Yes,
I brought you in basically to share the newsletter,
yes,
because virtually all of us have websites and landing pages and so on, and it's not to say we couldn't come to you and say, hey, develop the landing pages and we'll give you the reasons why. I mean, that's how powerful the group is. Because but it's the newsletter that I'm using right now. But now that I've seen the integration of his with the Toronto Real Estate Board, it now makes sense for me to maybe use his CRM for that contact stuff. It's a question, but it's the newsletter that I wrote in because that's the most powerful tool. Can you just spend a bit of time on that?
On the newsletter itself?
On the newsletter
Yep.
itself, showing the customizable features.
so
the
guys,
languages,
real
and so on.
quick on that,
And then You can just use this like I'm
Is it
doing.
Canadian content all?
He's gonna
Yes,
say-
you know what? Okay, and I did not spend enough time on it. Like I told you, the sales pitch of my system has gone so far out the window for me in this repertoire, but coming back to that. There's a few things to know about our direct mail that again makes it incredibly unique, that VDP. But first the thing, customization, okay? Everything about the letter itself, in terms of colors, look, feel, is all gonna be customized to you, your brand, your logo, your colors. So I don't care which company you're with, if you've gone in and branded, you've got different colors, different logos, we're gonna spread that throughout everything we do. So when somebody looks at this, they look at your business card, your sold sign, your website, it all has that consistent feel. Remember something, the human mind is very small, for most of us. We process the littlest simple things, not the hard things. It could be a color. It could be the shirt you're wearing. It could be something really silly. But if we're consistent enough with it, we'll have a mind share with it. Okay, think about Nike with the swoosh. Stupid simple. So the customization is there. The next thing is the personalization, like I explained before. Each letter is going to have the person's name. It's going to have a language they recognize, and it's not what you speak, it's what they speak. The first opening 1 or 2 paragraphs. Why? Because if I see my name and I see a language I recognize, what am I doing? I'm still looking at your marketing, okay? Then we get into relationship, and again, like I said before, what's the question I'm asking? Depending on the relationship you select for each individual contact, tells us, what are we gonna ask? If they read that and get the hell out of Dodge and don't read the rest of it, we really got our message across. But what's gonna keep them glued to it? Because when they open it, they're gonna read about the type of house they live in, the ownership style that they have. Okay? They're going to see imagery that's relevant. So if they're living in a condo apartment and it's July and we're talking about swimming pools, we're going to show them maybe a rooftop pool or like the indoor pool. We're not going to show them a backyard pool. We're not going to talk about eavesdrops and driveways, right? If they're a renter, we're not going to talk about renovating. If they're in a freehold home, we're not going to talk about condo bylaws. Yes, it is fully Canadian. We've been writing for the banks for many, many years, so all the people that are writing the content are not only living in Canada. I like to kind of say that it's directed to a more astute type of clientele. You're not going to have chocolate chip cookie recipes. It's not going to be crossword puzzles or jokes or things for the kids to do in this thing. This is going to be information that's real estate related. It's going to be relevant. It's going to be up to date.
So is that, I mean, that's obviously the hard copy one, but is that, you also have that on email or
Different content in email.
different content?
Which is a
That's
beauty
the
thing,
next question.
right? So
Okay.
you could actually double up and send me both
Okay.
in like bi-monthly type of thing,
I see.
and or bi-weekly, pardon me.
But
And it's
different
not going to be repetitious.
And is there a spot that you can put who referred you that month or whatever?
You could, yeah, sure. You got a spot on the back and in the email as well that lets you put in 3 properties, your market picks. So you can put in 3 images, 3 headlines, status, description. You can put all that stuff in there. Now the beauty is my cutoff for May was May 3rd, I think it was. The first Thursday of the month at 2 p.m. Eastern time is our cutoff for that month. So my May newsletter is pretty much done with production and on the street already. And we just pulled your contact list and your properties and finished our content in the first week of May. Okay, so we're really quick to market
You
with this
have
stuff.
January, February, so was it by monthly?
No,
or-
you're looking at a flyer. Okay, so that's gonna be something we do for geo farming. We do double up with the flyer in the month so it doesn't go stale for you. And then
Okay.
like February, March,
So then
April.
it is a monthly
The
newsletter.
direct mail is monthly. Okay, it's 10 times a year, no August, no December.
Smart.
Yes.
So you were saying each one is customized, like you're saying for the language as example, so that's a setting for each when you go in for
Yeah,
each
man.
person?
You know what, we're here.
That's
We're
not-
I'm sure you're
January.
not into a different nationality. Yama.
It's okay if I let David go a few minutes over?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so guys, check this out. First of all, customization is for you. Personalization is for them. Okay, because those are 2 features that are different. But watch this, guys. I'm putting in Carmela and her last name, and I put in her salutation. And I go in and I select the different marketing that I want her on. I put all her contact information in there. Then I go to relationship keys, and I go, what language does she speak? And I go to relationship, and I go, what is my relationship with her? And I go to house type. What kind of home does she live in? And I can come down, I can start to categorize, and I can start to group them and subgroup them and do all that stuff. I can say if they got children, I can select the holidays they celebrate. And I've now built a profile for that one individual contact. Now, if you figure, I build a profile for you, and then I build a profile for him and her and everybody else, it's gonna be
So
different.
hang on a minute, so you mentioned children, so there is some kind of possible related family article, or there isn't?
The children variable is not gonna come into the content writing
Oh.
of what we're doing, but it's gonna allow you, triggers you, that when you call me, you can say, how's Joshua, how's Leah, how's hockey going?
Okay.
And have a conversation about God knows what, rather than, hey, do you wanna buy a house? Right? So again, the profiles are there for you guys. So the first thing was customization, the second thing was complete personalization. The next thing is the speed to market, so I told you guys about how quick we get to market with this stuff. The next thing after that is the shapes and sizes, okay? So we actually fold them differently, we die cut them. We have them open up differently. In some months, we'll actually remind people about daylight savings time. Put a sticky note in there, they'll say, hey Zan, daylight savings time starts on, this one's probably old, March 12th. Set your clocks forward 1 hour, and it's got my name with my contact info. Zan can take it and put it on the fridge if he wants to, right? And he got it out of my newsletter, and it's personalized to him on the sticky note. So again, we change the shapes and sizes every month. Why? It's just a campaign, just so people don't get bored of it and mind, oh, I got this last time. That's all it is, right? The next feature is the stamp. You're visible, they're visible, they see their name, we know the open rates are very high. We get bills and invitations. What is unique about those? The bills, they don't have a real stamp. If they're bills, we know we gotta take it in. The invitations have a real stamp. And when something has a real stamp and you think that I licked it and stuck it on, it's just like, oh, I gotta take
Can
it
I
in the door, right? I gotta take it in the door. So the idea now is we're triggering the subconscious to get people to actually take this stuff in the door. Threshold introduction, a little bit longer shelf life. No, I don't think they're gonna read every word you sent them, but it's a matter of being there and building the mind share.
You're right, the blue box is right there and I just toss it. So when you have this, how
Your
much,
inbox is even faster.
how much customization do we have? Like you said, we can do this piece with
Yep.
the 3 listings.
Your
What
branding,
else?
so
Our branding, yes. What else?
colors, everything else. When it comes to content, we're gonna write it.
So I can't write a little quick cover letter or nothing like that because you're gonna do all of that.
Go sell real estate.
I'm just
I'm with you.
just asking.
And listen, I'll tell you this too. It's a good question. I'll tell you this too. Because we do the variable, you're not gonna wanna proof all this stuff because literally we're writing 675 different variations of newsletter in 1 month. You don't wanna proof this stuff. You wanna send that letter, that
No,
Only
I'm
to-
just saying, I don't wanna have to look at it.
no, and
I
you
don't
don't,
mind, I
and
don't
you
mind doing
don't.
my letter to the heart or my personalized letter to my 20 or 80
Yeah.
or whatever, but I don't wanna have
You
to.
don't have to look at it. It is not on you. And those market picks, if you forget to put them in a month, we got the space filled for you. Don't worry about it.
Have you thought about going quarterly instead of every 10?
No, 10 times.
But,
How many times do we need to hear somebody to remember it? Minimum.
7.
Minimum. Minimum,
so
right?
can you go to our different markets? This group is not all Toronto Real Estate Board. I know you guys in Toronto think only Toronto exists, but there are other places other than the
There's
one.
what?
I know.
You should see what happens when I go west
I
to
live
west
on
coast
Lake
and I'm like, I'm in
Huron.
Toronto.
We do have different lakes here.
The information itself, because of how personalized it gets, we are going to actually have information that's tailored to the people that are there. So like, when you're here, you're not reading anything about, I mean, even Mississauga and Toronto are different, right? Ottawa and Toronto are different in Ontario. Edmonton and Calgary are different in Alberta. We cannot say the same things to the same people. So we are writing a ton of different content to ensure relevance to your readers. That answer your question?
Well, yes and no. We're a closed board, so I don't know how you pull stuff off, but this is a conversation
We're
we
not
can have.
pulling a ton of stats.
We can do it, we can have a conversation.
Totally, and guys, real quick on that too. So let's say this, your newsletter's going out, and you decide, you know what, I want to fire off a message about, like I had a client yesterday write up some like pretty interesting blurb about the new marijuana thing, and like, it was something about disclosure of the house being a grow-op, but most people don't have to disclose it or something, but wouldn't you want to know in the mold, whatever it was. He wrote a nice blurb. He's like, can you put this in the newsletter? Now, an option that he has is to go in, select his entire list. Oh, I didn't do it the right way. Go in and select it, okay, anyways, go in and select this entire list, go to the email marketing, open up an email, put the content in there, and literally blast it out to everybody. You can do that in 5 minutes. I don't know if anybody's on my email marketing list. Anybody get my emails?
I think
Yeah.
See the banner at the top? You can't resist. When you don't see that banner, that was me to you. But that banner's there. It looks like it's got your name in it. right? It looks like it was, and like, I mean, I really did write it, but it's like it went out to a lot.
So what was that fact about minimum 7 what?
Touches.
Minimum 7 touches is really the key there.
Okay, but
So
if you're,
guys-
but if you're
To be
touching,
recognized.
yeah, but if you're thank you, but if you're
Oh,
touching,
only one touch.
but if you're touching in other ways,
Yeah?
inviting to client parties
Sure, man.
and
Listen,
you
guys,
have-
remember this too.
You have your, but I'm saying, I'm saying you might want to be open to doing quarterly, I don't know. Because if you're doing 2 client parties a year and you're doing invites for that, if you're doing Christmas or holiday cards, that's another touch,
Yeah.
and there's 7 right there.
Remember this. How much does it cost to stay in touch with one contact for the life of a relationship? Over a decade.
$1 million.
$130, right? For a decade. The ROI is stupid. So does everybody do you guys have a good sense of what we're doing with the newsletter? How that's working? Sam wanted me to really drive that home for you guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can be imported information from a CVS file that comes off your.
Oh yeah, and we'll help you load that in for you guys to make life easy.
But we don't have to use your CRM in order to.
You don't have to use the CRM, but we need to have your data in the system.
Yeah, so like you said, just export it.
You got it, right?
And it's very easy to manage. Every month I go in and I add.
So you're doing it already?
How many CRMs do you
Yeah,
have,
I'm
Zan?
using it for 6 months.
How many
Yeah.
CRMs do you
Oh,
have?
don't ask.
17
Yeah.
on last count.
So
I'm getting rid of 2 of them.
Sorry, David.
So guys,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
15.
we're on a time bind because we're on at noon with our friend out from out west. He's coming to do the artificial intelligence. We need a bio break. So I want to thank David very much for coming in. How many of you are interested in pursuing? So by a show of hands,
Yeah.
there's quite a
Conversation
few.
for sure.
So if you guys, you know how to be in touch, you can call me anytime. I will give you the pros and cons. They're all pros, otherwise I wouldn't have brought him in here, as you know. I've been using it only for, I think, since last September, and I've already had very positive feedback. Most of it was directed from the clients getting it in their language. Chinese, Romanian, Russian, Hebrew. Because it makes a huge impact. And the fact is, again, if you didn't get it, guys, it's the difference, when I'm sending it to my people who live in condos, it's condo material.
Right.
Or the townhouse, it's relevant.
It's relevant.
Freehold, renters, I mean, that's the whole thing. So, and I have 2 of them sent to myself. One is condo and one is freehold.
Freehold, yeah.
Just so that I can actually see the difference. And so it's really
Check it out.
amazing, and the pricing is very efficient.
What's your price?
It's probably about $1.80 for me per piece, somewhere around
You
there.
have the whole system or just the newsletter?
No, just the newsletter, but it's not that much more for
He has the
system.
whole system. He uses the newsletter.
Oh,
Know
that's
this,
bad.
when you're
Then
paying
it's
for the when
different.
you're paying for the newsletter, everything else is coming.
No,
with
but
it.
I don't have the website, that's an optional extra, and
Yeah.
but it's really a great system. I'm able to email, but only email to my specific list. If I wanted to be able to mass email, then I have to pay a little bit extra. It's customizable, but just be in contact. Is it directly to you or to Ashley? Who?
To Alicia, to
Alicia.
either one of us. So guys, real quick, 2 things.
Yeah.
You each got a sample kit. The kit itself is going to walk you through the entire program, tell you what's going on.
Do you have any more
Can I get
kids? There
another
wasn't
one?
enough.
We have more.
Oh,
Yeah,
We
I
have
need
more.
another one.
Okay, so, and we're here to work with you one-on-one as well and explain the system. Second thing, you've got a flyer there, promo flyer that's gonna show you guys a special offer that I made for you guys specifically. It's open for the next few days. This is not that twist your arm, do it now. Let me know, okay? There's also the pricing on that subscriber agreement. The last thing is, can I do a selfie with you guys and post this on social? Is everybody in? You in?
Sorry, what's the deal
You good?
between this and the other? What's
Sorry? The subscriber agreement
Yeah.
is how I need to set up your account.
Okay,
The thing on the
no,
back is the special offer I'm
the
giving you
special
guys
offer on,
on that whole program.
I do too many things, so it's on here.
Do you need a couple
The
more?
scan,
I need one.
mass101.info.
And you get the book. And you get the book.
Hey guys, can everybody give me a what's up?
What's up?
What's
You gotta get in, man.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
just get up?
Why don't we get up?
No.
What's up? Nice,
There you
thanks
go.
guys. I'm gonna post that on social media. That's how simple it is to post on social.
And I'll
If
put it